Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
Where's the knife?
Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what chest. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving. Who died?
The worst thing parents would want to hear is that their child is a killer. And what's even worse is when they have to defend their actions in court.
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the 2 dead people.
However, in this first case, this mom lost 2 kids in one night. January 2023 at midnight, Tulsa police received a call from a distraught mother. She told police that her own 12-year-old daughter had ended the life of her 10-year-old son.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Come here.
sorry.
Come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry. Just pull up my pants.
Where's the
I'm
knife?
sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what chest. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry. You better pray to God. I am praying, Mom. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Where's the knife?
I was upstairs in my room and I threw it out the window and it's behind the apartment right here.
You threw it where?
I threw it out my window upstairs.
Right up here?
Not right there. It's the room. It's the other room. It's right behind the apartment. This apartment right here.
So where would the knife be? On that side?
Right behind. Yeah. The knife? I'm so fucking sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. This is some demonic shit. I'm so sorry.
What's your mom's name?
What?
What's your mom's name?
I gotta go with him. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Come over here so we're out of the paramedics' way.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
Hey, what's your name? Seat for me. Sit crisscross on the grass, okay? Just sit there for a second. You don't have the knife on you, right?
No, I swear I don't. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
The mother of the girl was sleeping when she woke her up to tell her what she had actually done. Paramedics scrambled to save the little boy, but they were too late. The officer then tried to accumulate evidence.
Hey, how would I get to the knife? Is there the back side?
I can show you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really didn't want things to happen like this. This sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm probably gonna go to jail. I'm gonna live the rest of my life in prison.
That's it right there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what
Do me a favor. We're gonna sit crisscross applesauce right here.
Okay.
This is when the officer discovers evidence of some deeply concerning mental issues the girl might have.
Do you have any cuts on you?
I do.
Where at?
On my arm.
Which arm?
Both of them. My left one is just small cuts.
Did you cut yourself?
Yes. Actually, I'm at my right arm. It just has the small cuts, and then my left one has. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Mom, and then fire and IMSA was. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna take you out of handcuffs and I'm gonna take your hoodie off, okay? That way we can see the cut that you have. Is it just those? Those look old. Are they old?
This
Oh, those-
one and this
yeah,
one,
those are a little-
This one, those are old with like.
Do you have any
the
new?
one that's brand new. This was brand
That's
new
from
one.
today?
Yes. And it's so fucking
With the
good.
same knife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you watch her for just a second? Do what?
What was that?
Can you watch her for just a second so I can get in her glove?
I got my glove here.
I'm so sorry. What's happening with her? I'm sorry. What's gonna happen with her? I need to go to the hospital.
I don't know yet. You
don't know yet.
You go with the hospital. We'll come and talk to you, okay?
Whatever happens, just be calm. calm, okay? I don't know what happened tonight. So sorry. We'll figure it out. I have to go be with your brother. Make sure he's okay. I don't know what the fuck I did. I'm so sorry. I love you.
The girl's mother was in a very difficult situation. She didn't want to lose both of her children the same night, so she came back to comfort the girl. I can only imagine the pain she's going through. The cops tried their best to calm the girl down.
You're not going anywhere right now.
Will I be in jail?
What was that?
Will I be in jail?
Right now, let's just, calm down a little, okay? I don't know what we're going to do right now, all right? Okay. But right now, we're investigating.
Okay.
Take a deep breath, okay? I know there's a lot of things going on right now. Just take a breath.
I don't know why I did it. Is my brother in the hospital?
He's in the hospital right now, little lady. Yeah.
Will he live?
Pretty sure he will. There's the doctors. Doctors are all over there. We'll take care of him. Your mom's over there too.
I'm so sorry. Is he just never going to forgive me?
It's okay. Take a breath.
I just want to wake up from this nightmare. He just turned 3 in October, but he goes to his status every week. He goes to his status every weekend, but we got a day early today. So we just went to his dad's house and
She felt remorse for her actions, and as the state law goes, she needed to be at least 13 to be tried as an adult. So right now, she was taken to be interviewed by a female investigator.
How was she over here?
She was asleep. She was good.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't know. I'm not telling her anything yet.
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
I understand. We're gonna go this way.
Camera here.
You can go ahead. No, thanks. I'll take this guy. I'll bring it with us. We're gonna come over here. Your mom's here too. They just pulled in. Okay?
After that, the police interviewed the 12-year-old's mother, April Lyda, to get a sense of why her daughter would do something like this. For now, her son was being treated in intensive care.
I just talked to the doctor, and she was saying it's all good things right now.
oh, thank God, okay.
So
both my kids tonight.
I know that this is a probably. I mean, I can't.
12-year-old daughter, I don't understand why she would do something like that. She's 12.
I understand.
Never been aggressive or anything.
Yeah.
It's not like her. Like it's like they bully each other like brother and sisters, but it's never they never like fist fight or do anything like that.
So
it
this
was
is
just
completely.
He was in bed. He was downstairs trying to sleep. I don't know why she even went down there. Like what the hell was she? I don't understand any of it. All I know is I heard him screaming. Like the worst scream ever, and I thought maybe he was having a nightmare, so I started to try to wake him up, and there's blood everywhere. And he said, she stabbed me. I was like, ew. And he started going in and out of consciousness, and so that's what they told me to put him on the floor, do chest compressions, and I couldn't find my daughter anywhere. I was screaming her name, and she ran out after she did it because she was scared. And
So right now she's safe and she's in custody with us right now. It is a really this is a very. There's no words that I can tell you that's gonna.
So weird. Why would she do that?
Those are answers we're gonna be looking for. And
like it's just weird. They don't really get along that great, but never would have assumed she'd do something like that. That's crazy to me. Like she was like, I don't know why. It was fucking crazy. I don't know. She doesn't even curse. Like I don't know.
It's just I can.
She's not a bad kid. Like she doesn't do bad things. You know what I mean? Like
Just
she
totally
doesn't get in
out of
trouble. It was
yeah.
weird. Yeah. He could sleep downstairs, and I said yes. I wish I would have said no.
Well, there's nothing. Don't blame yourself. There's nothing that you could have done differently.
But I normally tell him no, and this night I was like, yeah, fine.
I mean, there's nothing that you could have done differently. I mean, don't blame yourself for any of this.
I didn't protect him. I didn't know she was gonna do something. No, like
It's
how
not
was
your
I
fault.
supposed to know?
It's not you.
I
You
know,
weren't-
but I feel like I didn't protect him. Like his home, he's supposed to feel safe.
Around 2:30 a.m. that night, April's son passed away. For now, the girl is being held in juvenile, and the Tulsa PD are still trying to wrap their head around why a 12-year-old would do something this horrid. While the intent of the 12-year-old wasn't clear, this next case had a teen who knowingly ended the life of two. On July 31, 2022, Strongsville PD officers rushed to the scene of a horrible crash in the Cleveland suburbs. What they were about to find would leave them traumatized.
Duty.
Radio. This car's split in two. Radio, there's an occupant inside. Send us some squad now. We gotta bust the window out. Send us some more units.
Any more units to progress now, Anita?
Now!
What are we doing?
31's one up. 60 on the west side, on the 3 on Alameda.
This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while. Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. ×3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing. Bust that window out. Rookie. Oh my God, dude. Who can hear my voice? In here. Driver's radio. The driver is breathing unconscious.
The driver was later identified as 17-year-old Mackenzie, while the 2 passengers were 20-year-old Dominic Russo and 19-year-old Davian Flanagan. For now, the police desperately tried to save the girl.
Holy shit, man.
Not good, not good.
Let me see your knife. Let's cut this thing out. This is bad, guys. She's alive. We got to get her out somehow. All right. Reach up and unlock the door. Radio, how's that plate? Oh my God. It's. I ain't gonna budge. It's on the frame. Let's go around and see if we can get. Keep cutting. Doing good. Oh my God. Sarge, we're good to try to get her out. Oh, dude, I don't know if we can.
No, this
Oh my God.
Start looking for a wall.
She's breathing. She's breathing. Her head's wedged. Let's see if we can get some IDs, guys.
24, go ahead.
How with the other units?
Oh yeah, they're all pretty young. Oh my God.
You find a younger female in that residence? I don't feel anything. I don't feel cold.
She's breathing. I saw her stomach. Her stomach's moving.
Oh,
Look.
yeah.
Copy.
Talking?
Yeah.
She talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5-7 radio. She's talking a little bit. Advise fire to step it up. Jesus Christ. This is the worst I've ever seen.
I'm probably gonna assume probably courage.
How to get it split in half from hitting the building here? It looks like this is where it's split. 60, you're being called?
You want me to just shut it down at Westwood?
The car hit the sign of a company and then ran straight into the corner of a building. The angle of the collision made the car split in half. After much deliberation, firefighters were able to pull out Mackenzie.
31's gonna go. This way, head one step.
I copy. 2131. They said that there are fire and that the female's classic caller while she's rambling, not making sense.
What's your name, dear? Mackenzie. Okay. All right.
What's up? Coroner's office. We're gonna leave the body in there.
Okay. What about the second one?
Second one's in the squad, but they're DOA too.
Okay.
But we're gonna leave the body here. They asked me to take it or leave it. I said leave it, and then call
We don't even know who that is yet, do we?
We have no idea.
Can I go talk to the female and get her info, or you want to go try talking to her?
Yeah, I'll go try.
Go get her first and last name for this guy.
Is she that responsive or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Before the bird leaves, I need a name for him.
21, phone up.
I mean, god damn. Oh my god, you're in the car.
I'm trying. I need you to get this guy.
All right, this is going to be another issue with notifications. That kid lives in Kelsey Lane in Strongsville.
Yeah, he's a fucking Strongsville football player. He's a running back.
What's his name? Oh my god, he's this close.
Well, it was. I mean, not like in the past tense, but like graduating kind of thing.
It was heartbreaking for the officers when they identified that the two deceased were aspiring athletes. Mackenzie was rescued and transported to the nearest hospital using a helicopter. For now, the officers had no idea that she was a ruthless monster. Police later recovered CCTV footage that showed the car traveled at 100 miles per hour before the crash. The police informed Mackenzie's parents first.
Wait, say this. Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving. Who died? I don't know whether. There's one that we don't know. His name's Jacob. Does anyone know a Jacob?
Dom?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys, I know, we've been dealing with this. Your daughter's okay. She's talking to us. I talked to her, okay? Your daughter's alive, okay? Your daughter's alive. She was driving, okay?
Who's that? Jacob and who?
I think it, what's the name you said?
Dom?
Might be.
Oh my god.
Stop.
What's his relation to you?
My boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, the Dom was in the car.
Stop. What? Are you kidding me?
Ma'am, it's...
What?
That's where we're at right now.
What did she say? What happened?
What?
Mackenzie's didn't take it as hard as Dominic's mother.
So there was an incident that we believe.
So there was an incident that we believe Dominic may be involved.
What?
When was the last time you saw him?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, everybody was home. Why?
Okay.
What happened?
You want to come out here?
Yeah.
Or do you want us to come inside? It's up to you.
No, but let me put out my cigarette. Hold on.
Okay. So he was hanging out with his girlfriend and...
Well, I don't know if they were really hanging out. The kids come over like twice to work on the car. And
Okay.
That's usually what he's come over for, and then he's
Okay.
like, you know.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving Mackenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, is the third person.
An accident?
A car accident. Okay.
Where
Last night.
Wait.
Just relax. Just hold on. Just stay seated. Just stay seated. Just hold on. Just listen.
Yes, just take a deep breath.
Christine, look at me. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, just take a deep breath.
Okay. Right now, all we know is that the driver, who was Mackenzie, is at Metro.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah,
just stay seated, please.
Take your time.
Please, just relax. Take a deep breath.
That's
Take
right.
a deep breath.
That's okay. You're good. Take your time.
Take a deep breath. Okay. The other two passengers, like I said, was Davion and who we believe is Dominic. Okay. From what Mackenzie told us.
Okay.
Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
Christine.
Just sit down.
Oh God!
Just sit down.
Oh my God!
Kristen's gonna come outside.
That's okay.
Christine.
Yes, just take a deep breath. It's okay.
Oh my God!
No. Just it'd be best.
Please.
No! Can't be. What did she do?
Christine.
What did she do?
It would be best.
Oh my God!
Is there somebody else we can call for you?
Oh my God!
Is there somebody we can call for you? Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh my God!
Hold on. Wait.
It's truly heartbreaking to watch. What's more messed up is that Dominic was in a toxic relationship with Mackenzie. He even recorded his interaction with her when she came to his house demanding he let her in.
Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking. Like, I'm dead ass.
What do you mean?
You know that's exactly what I mean. You don't even know exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious problem.
Data from the black box received from her car and the evidence at the crime scene showed that the car was deliberately accelerated and not once was the brake applied. We get more details about Mackenzie's toxic behavior from their friend group.
Mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy, like what kind of crazy?
Like there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to word for word.
What do you think happened?
I think, off of what I know and off my assumptions, Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. They kept not working out, whatever. They kept making back up. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom, and if she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known. You're going 94 miles an hour, you don't have a very fast car to begin with, you were stomping that gas pretty much that whole entire time. There's no brake marks on the street at all. Even before the hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in and slam on the brakes, but to my knowledge, she went straight into it. To me, it seems like they were in a fight. I think that she took it upon herself to purposely crash into that wall. I think that he must have been trying to talk her down the whole time. They swerved off to the right at the end. I think he might have grabbed the wheel towards the end of it, maybe trying to spin him or something. Who knows? She could have been bear hugging it. I don't know. They're hitting bumps too. They're going 90. He could have not, I don't know what's going through his head, you know?
What was she like as your girlfriend?
She's kind of just like how you would explain any girls, really, you know what I'm saying? They're all over the place in some ways, and they don't know what they want. She's like, oh, I love Dom so much, this and that, but he's mad at me for all of this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, why wouldn't he be me to just go stay with Dom, because I'm not gonna be with you no more after this. I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. I was like, I don't got no problems with you or anything like that. We can all still be friends. You need to go talk to Dom about your personal issues and stuff, because that's your relationship with him. Hi anymore and stuff like that, because how much she's close. I was basically I didn't really have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but friend wise, she was crazy. Our group chat, there was some days we would all be getting ready for school, and she would be sitting there spam calling the group chat.
She mentally just not all there?
Yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so, is what I feel like. And I feel like she had no regard for Davion, and I feel like they got in an argument, her and Dom, and she threatened to kill him.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. And she would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him. But she would tell everyone. And like she truly believed in that kind of stuff. And she also uses the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom.
Do you think Mackenzie has it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, you know, like 100 times into the wall, I feel like the only reason she survived is because of how small she is. Like, I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time not lucky to have survived that, because it's like she killed 2 people. That was what she was trying to do, but it's like I feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
This was exactly what the detectives feared finding. Mackenzie was, on all accounts, a crazy woman. What's surprising is that after the crash, Mackenzie was let go. She even attended a concert in a wheelchair. Mackenzie faced a bench trial where her mother desperately tried to defend her.
In the hospital, that Vitality post, I commented on that because somebody had called her a murderer, okay? And she's not a murderer, so she didn't even have her phone at that point because the police had still had it, okay? So I jumped on and I was like, you know, she's not a murderer. She's more sad than most of these people commenting. I had called them asking if they could shut down social media because people were calling her a murderer and making death threats and organizing groups to, you know, take her out when she got out of the hospital and stuff. So I didn't even want her phone. I don't care about her phone. I don't care about social media. I just wanted them to stop calling her a murderer so that when she did come to, and she did come out of surgery, multiple surgeries, that she wouldn't see all these people calling her a murderer, because she would never, ever, ever murder the love of her life. Okay? Line of him next to her. So she was crying for 3 months. So her friends asked if she wanted to go out trick-or-treating or Halloween. And it was at OU. And she didn't even want to go. She said, I don't know, should I go? She couldn't even walk yet, barely. So I told her, I said, baby, please go. It's Halloween. You've been laying for 3 months crying, only listening to his music. Please go. Have just a moment of fun. A moment of fun. So we told her to go. My husband drove her. I brought her back home. She just needed a second of fun from losing her whole world. Her whole world. So that was us. We told her to go. Mackenzie and Dom and Abby all decided to go to this concert together while they were in the hospital. That was for Dom. Everything she did after the accident was either in honor of him, to be close to him, or just to be by him any way that she can.
Her mother was trying to appeal to the judge's sympathy, that the Halloween party she attended and the concert she went to was all for Dominic, but the judge gave her a reality check real fast.
And there is nothing that I can say or do to restore the lives of these 3 families before the fateful moments on that day. And your decisions forever rob Dominic and Davion of the futures that they had before them. If there is one thing that can be taken away from this case, as painful as it is this. Every decision we make is important. Every action we make is important.
After many days in court, the judge had some stern last words for Mackenzie before giving her verdict.
This was not reckless driving. This was murder. And that Mackenzie Sherilla, guilty of felonious assault to wit Davion Flanagan in violation of the Heart of Ice Code section 2903.11A2 as charged in count 8. I understand that the pain in this room wants me to impose the harshest sentence. But I don't believe that would be the appropriate sentence, because I do believe that Mackenzie will not be out in 15 years. So she's sentenced on count 2, the murder of Davion Flanagan, 15 years to life.
Mackenzie was sentenced to life in prison. While some might consider this a harsh sentence, her actions more than warranted this. In the last case, Mackenzie tried to hide her intentions, but this teen in the next case was the exact opposite.
Found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human food.
It's a what?
He pulled the knife, all sorts of stuff. He said there was blood all over.
But then things started unfolding. We saw blood on the bumper.
Is it okay if I do a demonstration? Oh, yeah. This is him. I was strapped on top of him like this. Okay. And he couldn't fight back. It was actually surprisingly easy. He was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Ah!" And I just kept on stabbing his neck.
They thought they knew what to expect. They were dead wrong. These police officers made chilling discoveries that no one could have predicted. And before we get into this dispatch call, fair warning to the viewers, this case is not for the faint of heart.
111 is John. What's the address emergency?
Hi, there is an emergency. I found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human head.
It's a what?
I think it's a human head.
Why do you think it's that?
Because it looks like it's all an ear.
Is it bloody or does it like anything like that?
I just need to come. That's why I had to take a picture and send it to you.
What's the address? Is your son there now?
He just pulled up. We wanted to make sure he was here before we called.
How old is he?
19. He's had a little bit of a fascination with the morbid, but he was channeling it, I thought, into becoming a crime scene investigator, but not so much.
Do you think he's going to be cooperative with us?
I don't know. I don't think he'll be violent. Just came back from his friend's house.
Does he have any weapons in his room, or do you guys have any in the house?
I don't know. I think that he has a shotgun, but we can certainly remove it immediately before he gets in his room. He's out by the car now, so.
Is the bag still in the closet?
No, it's in my kitchen sink. And there's a secondary bag that I have not opened.
Mesa County officers arrive on scene later that day to find Brian Sr., Terry, Brian Jr., and Brian's brother Andy standing in their driveway. Police confront the 19-year-old directly.
So, parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
Like, for real human head and hands?
Yes.
From?
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
The night of the 27th? Okay, and how did you end up with him? With what? Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what felt like.
Okay, where did you do that at?
Underneath the bridge.
Which bridge?
The one past.
Okay.
Near the weird intersection.
Okay. Do you have anything on you that's gonna cut, poke, hurt, stick me anything without reaching for nothing? Don't reach for nothing.
My phone and my wallet, that's
okay.
it.
Well, I'm gonna have you face that way, put your hands on top of your head for me real quick. I just wanna make sure you interlace your fingers for me real quick, alright?
Phone?
Okay. How do you know this guy?
They told me that was what was in the wallet.
What do you mean that was?
No, Brian, how did you come across this guy?
How'd you come across the gentleman?
I was driving. And I saw a strange shape near the railway. So I parked my car and investigated it.
Okay.
And I found it to be a man sleeping.
Okay. Where's the knife at?
It is in my sunken car. Well, it's in my car.
I had that
previously sunk.
This is going to be an investigation, and I'll take it from there.
Okay. So, did that happen when you crashed your car? Or is that totally different?
That's related, but a different event.
Okay. How's it related?
Well, when I killed him, I tried disposing of his body by putting it in the river. But I parked too low in the river. And
where's the rest of his body at?
Huh?
Where's the rest of the body at?
What parts?
The body, Brian. Where's his body?
Down the river.
Okay. I'm gonna have you walk over here. You're gonna sit in the back of my partner's patrol car for a minute, okay? Not yet. Okay.
He didn't even try to hide it. Surprisingly, Brian Cohey did not resist and was unsettlingly cooperative with the police. In a small slip of the tongue, Brian reveals his true nature.
You said your name is Brian?
Yeah. I'm not feeling too well.
You're not feeling too well? All right.
No, these past few days I've been very, very anxious.
That's understandable. So what we're going to have you do here is I'm just going to have you sit in the back here, okay? I'm going to turn on the air for you in a second. That way you're not too hot. Are you a hot-blooded or cold-blooded kind of guy?
I am very cold-blooded. I prefer cold. Well, no, actually, sorry, hot-blooded.
So you prefer the cold. Okay, fantastic. All right.
Now it was up to the deputy to actually verify what this cold-blooded killer was telling them.
Can you walk me inside, please?
Let's walk you off into what happened in the video. Okay. Let me do it. You go inside.
Well, let's stay out here with me for a minute.
Let's sit down. Come on, sit down, dude.
Can I go in there and verify here first?
Yeah, please.
Let me
We
go
haven't
through
seen
that.
it. Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't looked at it. It's under the towel in the sink.
Okay.
Yeah, stay with your mother. Give her a hug.
Just make sure that guy goes in the car first.
I can stay here. You can go in the sink, right?
Well, yeah,
Sink
okay.
right there. No, house is empty.
Okay.
I had a bad feeling about what happened this weekend.
Okay.
And she said there's a bag in this closet, and she opened it up, and she called me and said, get over here right now.
He might want to call investigations. So, oh yeah, he already, I asked him what was going on. He said, I killed a guy. I stabbed him. That's his head. I dumped his body in the river. So I guess this guy's name is like Warren Brown or something. So, all right, I'm gonna secure the house. And he said there should be hands and the head's in the sink. The body is in the river. So, what's that? Yeah. What's that? Oh, does it sound by my voice that it looks real? It is. So, okay.
I can't imagine the shock the officer felt. This wasn't the Mexican cartel they were dealing with. This was a crazed teen. The police then questioned Brian Sr., and he told the officers the whole gruesome story.
Friday night, late in the morning, our phone rings at my house. Dad, this is Brian. My son Brian, same name, same birthday, January 10th, my firstborn. My car's stuck in the river. Wait, what? So we go there and he gives us a song and dance, how it was a full moon, he wanted to pull down into the water. And next thing you know, since it's a one-wheel drive, we tried to put it in reverse and the car started sliding, and next thing you know, he ended up in the river. So we get there to pick him up, we call the police at 2 o'clock in the morning. My son put his car in the river. So they called a tow truck company. We called 4 tow truck companies. Couldn't get the car out of the river.
Where's the car?
Blood all over the bumper.
Where is the car?
So we towed it to Scotty's to have it, see if they could fix it. So I called Scotty's and said, "Don't touch it." Okay. I already called him and said, "Don't touch
Nothing was taken out of the vehicle.
Yes, I did. Yes.
What did you take out of the vehicle?
I cleaned it up. Bottles, everything, incriminating
Do you know
stuff.
where that stuff is?
Yes, it's all at the house.
It's all at the house.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
in a bag.
No, I didn't know this had happened first, so I'm thinking I'm going to get Brian's car cleaned out, we're going to get it all fixed up, call Scotty's, they're going to start it up.
Right.
But then things started unfolding.
Okay.
We saw blood on the bumper. We asked Brian, Brian, what's this from? Oh, I think I cut my finger.
Okay.
What else has got on? I found a wallet, so I'm going through the car this morning, and there's a wallet in the car, and I'm like, Brian, whose wallet? Oh, I found it at the boat ramp.
And where were you going through the car this morning?
Because it was at my house. We towed it to my house.
Oh, so now it's at your house.
It's at my house.
It's not at Scotty's anymore.
No, when I found that I couldn't start it, I called the tow truck company, and they towed it to Scotty's this morning.
Oh, it just
so they just got it.
Okay.
Car was towed there, and I'm like, well, I started pulling out bottles, this, and I'm like, Brian, why is there a knife in your glove box? Dad, I don't feel safe.
So you touched the knife?
Oh, absolutely. But the knife was underwater. The car was underwater.
Right, okay.
So I pulled everything out of the car.
Okay. And all of that stuff is in your garage?
All the stuff's at my house.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just, as I was pulling it out, I'm like, what the fuck?
There was also body cam footage of the whole incident where officers questioned the mother and the father about some very odd findings.
Hey, quick question for you. Sure. So the back bumper, I don't know, you can probably see it from here. It's a lot of red on the back of that. Yeah. Dripping down it all a little bit. Right underneath the license plate. A little area right there. Okay. Okay. A lot of red. Which means looks like blood.
Blood?
Yeah. I don't know if did your son hurt himself on his way out at all?
He might have, he just didn't know it. I don't know.
That's why I'm asking. It's a good question. He's at home. He should make sure he's not got a cut or
He's going to bed.
something out on him somewhere that he's not aware of. Maybe because his adrenaline was a little high. Maybe just have him do like a self-check. Make sure he's okay.
Hello?
Brian, are you okay? They see blood on the back bumper of the vehicle.
Really?
Yeah, did you get hurt?
No. What?
Are you sure you don't have any injuries?
No, I'm fine. There's blood on it?
We're not sure.
We're not sure. It's a red, something red underneath the license plate.
Similar blood stain.
Oh no.
Right. But you're not injured. You don't have any cuts.
No, I don't know what would cause blood or whatever it is on the bumper.
But you're not injured.
No, I'm not injured.
Okay. All right. I'll call you back.
Ooh, it's cold.
Is it good? Is my car good?
No, Brian, they're trying to get it out. They got to rehook it and try it again.
They're having trouble getting your car out, buddy.
On his way to jail, as if he was excited to see the place, Brian willingly led the officers to where he committed the crime. And all doubt officers had would be cleared when they would get to the scene.
Like right there under the bridge? Or
this side of the bridge. Behind one of these support pillars.
okay. Stuck with.
Yeah, because there's an arm. Hey. There's an arm, there's another arm.
Okay, hold on. Do some pictures. Start right now.
There's another one.
I don't have a clue. Okay.
This is like something out of TV.
Yeah. Having a discussion with the deputy chief about how these kids don't have any remorse. Right here's a leg. So that could be the upper arm or a leg.
Well, there's 3. There, and there.
Pieces down there, I mean.
A patrol guy to yellow tape it and then hold it, because the potential is that there's a secondary by the boat launch.
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, we can
if
run
you
out
wanna
there
go,
and look at that, and then if you guys, we can just ask for a.
I'm switching to primary, hold on.
But if we can get the lab out here, that would be the best thing.
Yeah, get forensics out here.
The crime scene was just shocking. This is what people see in horror movies, body parts everywhere. After taking Brian to jail, the police first interviewed his parents, and both had some shocking things to tell.
Tell me about Brian. Does he have any kind of mental issues or disabilities? We were told he has ADHD. Okay, so we put him on ADHD medicine. He detected it during the summer or weekends only when he was in school. Okay. In middle school, he started exhibiting antisocial behavior. Okay. Just saying things to get kids riled up and thinking it was funny. Okay. And the doctor had said, yes, he's ADHD. Yes, he's autistic. Yes, he's this. Oh, and there's some indications that he should get further testing because of potential psychosis. And I asked about referrals. Nobody in town would see them. The only place to go was Denver. And I was like, how am I supposed to just take him to Denver? And so we got him involved with. And she worked with him for about a year, and then COVID hit. And so she couldn't do sessions anymore. And they tried to do over the phone sessions, but it's just not very effective, beneficial. He would make jokes that were not appropriate. He got suspended a few times, like for behavior that wasn't acceptable, like this one girl that he knows very well. He knows that she has a lot of issues and that loud noises but there was another boy who brought in nunchucks to school, on the school bus. And Brian was like, wow, cool, you know? And I think this was in 11th grade. And so Brian was like, I think Brian had given out some candy to some kids on the bus. And so Brian was like, can I check those out? And he's like, I'll bring you in so you could give me some candy. So the teacher saw them and they said, what's that, Brian? And he was like, nothing, you know? And so Papa Omar, you know, he was like, you know, we have a prohibited weapon on school grounds. And I'm like, okay, well, what about the other kid that brought them in? And they said, that kid doesn't have the behavior issues that Brian has. And I'm like, oh, so you're punishing Brian because he has behavior issues. I see. So Brian went through probation and he completed it successfully. You know, he had a morbid sense of humor and would make jokes, and I'd say, Brian, that is not funny. He'd go, yeah, it is, Mom. You just don't get my sense of humor. You know. What about any fascinations or things that he fixates on? A lot of perseveration on crime and crime scenes. And so he was talking about going into the military in the fall, and when he gets out, having your job. And so I had purchased online a crime scene investigation book for him. You know, it's like ones that they give. You probably read it when you first started out in college. And so I gave that to him, and I was like, so here, Brian, you know, let's channel that curiosity into something positive that you can affect a good change in the world. And he's like, yeah, that's my plan, Mom.
Brian's fixation on crime scenes really took a dark turn, because what the officers found under the bridge earlier was nothing less than morbid. Brian's father, on the other hand, had no idea how his son could turn out like this, and his concern right now was something else.
I have the same name as my son, and now this has happened. I need to move to Mogadishu or something, because this is going to kill my family. How do I know this guy's family's not going to come after us?
Well, I mean, there's lots and lots of...
I don't know how this is going to unravel.
Sure.
For the sins of my son, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
And my wife is just a mess.
I mean, just take it one day at a time. That's all you can do anyway. And I know there's lots and lots of unknowns and lots of stuff we don't know. It's going to take us days and weeks to sort things out. So try not to panic in the meantime and think too far ahead. Let's just think about...
No, you guys are in charge right now. Terry and I have decided we can't do anything until we're out of this. Until you guys say, okay, you are released. You know, right now we can't do anything.
Well, and you know,
we can't go anywhere. I'm not working anymore. She can't have any more kids anymore. Everything's over. It's all done now. It's over. Our lives are totally over. She runs a license in-home daycare. She can't have a license anymore.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, okay. Well, her parents, when this hits the news, all the kids are going to be pulled out.
Maybe.
So yeah, everything's going to go belly up here. So if things are going to change, I don't know how it's going to change, but I got a feeling Grand Junction's no longer going to be our hometown because my name's been trashed. He's obviously very sick because we've noticed weird things about him. Some days he gets cold. Just he looks at me and he has this cold look on his face, and I can just tell that I don't know if it's from his friends that he's hanging out with or what, but.
Tell me about some of the. I know he's had some issues in the school, but tell me about Brian from his childhood.
Very
growing up.
He was good growing up, but I think they diagnosed him early in elementary school with ADHD because he had trouble meeting friends, trouble talking, doing funny things. So he was always kind of on his own. He was a loner. You know, he had friends, a certain amount of friends, but he wasn't like, hey, everybody. You know, he wasn't accepted very well.
Okay.
In school, he wasn't accepted, I know that, but he's got friends that he hangs around with, you know, respectable friends, and we just thought, but it just seems like not friends that would ever, not those kind of friends.
Sure.
Clean, good friends.
Okay.
You know, the worst they have is they play video games. They drink too much Pepsi. That's my only complaint when all his friends come over. They stay up too late.
Okay.
None of them are, I don't know what happened. I don't know why. What made him go? And I'll never know that question. I don't know how many times you want to ask me. I don't know why, who, when, where. I don't know. I'm just as in the dark about this as you. So I'm like, okay, it just started for Brian. He's got to work. So right away, I popped the hood, unhooked the battery because it was dead. Tried to charge the battery. I started going through the car, vacuuming out all the water. Did as much as I could Saturday. Went back out there this morning just to continue. And I opened the glove box, and there was a knife in the glove box, underwater.
Okay.
The glove box is full of water. Very large knife.
Okay.
And then, as I go around the passenger door, I open the passenger door, and there's a wallet in between this door and the gun or whatever.
Okay.
And I open up, that's not Brian's wallet. It's frozen solid. That's not Brian's wallet.
Before we get into the police interview of Brian Cohey, let's first rewind a bit and talk about the first report police received of Warren Barnes, the victim of Brian's crime. This was when he went missing before his death.
And if you've ever been downtown, you guys would see him. He walks Main Street. He's always.
Brett probably knows him if he's talking to him.
He's always on Main Street, just with his backpack, just walking and coming down to the shop to sit in his chair, pretty much.
How do you know Warren?
I own Monique's Bridal downtown, and I give him a chair to sit and read his books.
Is it a homeless gentleman?
He's not homeless. He stays in a place. He pays for a room every day. He comes back in the shop because we keep his chair inside the shop to deter other people from sitting in it behind my shop. He works for a company that does just like temp agency, and they were the ones that actually contacted me because he's never missed work, and they know that he sits behind my shops.
So every morning it's around 6.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Without fail.
7 days a week?
Yes. He is there every morning.
All by himself?
Yeah. He's the nicest guy ever. Rough looking, but he is the nicest guy.
And
he buys Pall Mall Red 100s every day and a donut.
But I know he goes to the library a lot as well, because he, like I said, he reads books.
Loves to read.
What raised concern with you today to report him missing?
Because the place People Ready called to see if I had seen him because he didn't show up for work, and he's never once not shown up for work in the 4 years he's been working for them. So I said no, and that I hadn't seen him since Saturday. I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling because it's unlike him. And that's the weird thing is I said I'll see you tomorrow. He said I'll be here. I'll see you tomorrow, and then I didn't even think about it when he wasn't there, really.
Does he ever have anybody sit and read with him or
No.
next to him? Has he mentioned talking to anybody?
No, he doesn't associate with a lot of the transients because he's not like them. He's very intelligent. I don't know why he's homeless. I never really got into why he chose,
I'm sure you asked him. Did he ever talk about his family or where he came from?
So he has, I believe, at least one child, but they don't talk.
Okay.
And he said that they talk maybe once every 3 or 4 years on a holiday, but that he hasn't spoken to
So he
them,
probably didn't go for a visit.
No. He wouldn't have, and if he was, he would have told the People Ready place he wasn't going to be there for work. He was very all about having that so he could afford his place to stay.
Warren was loved by the community he was a part of. He had a life, he had friends, and he had a passion for reading. All of that was destroyed by a vile monster. This next part is especially hard to watch because of how easily this madman describes his crimes.
I murdered someone.
Okay. But how did you get to my office?
Well, the police drove me here from my mom's house.
Okay. You said you murdered someone.
I did.
Did you know the person?
No.
No?
No. I was driving one night. I was in a, shall we say, bad state of mind.
Okay.
I saw a strange shape by the railway tracks, so I investigated, and it revealed to be a homeless person sleeping. Well, I presumed homeless, because he was there.
Okay.
So, I stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Then decapitated his head and hands and arms.
Okay.
I then took the head and put it in my car trunk along with the hands in bags, plastic Ziploc bags. I took it back to my house, cleaned off the knife, tried to hide the head and hands, removed the trash in my car that was stained in blood. And then I tried sleeping. However, I was quite stupid, shall we say, because I decided that's too much evidence. The body needs to be dumped in the river. So I took the body in the trunk, drove it to the Blue Heron drop-off point, and unsuccessfly dumped the body as I parked too low down the ramp. The ramp is mud and dirt, so unless you have four-wheel drive, you're not getting out. And I was unable to get out, and my car flooded. Let's see, I killed him just after 11, February 27th, 2021. And then I dumped the body. I tried to dump the body. I'm trying to remember the time exactly. It was 1 a.m.
Okay.
And yeah.
So that sounds fascinating.
What do you want to know?
To start back at the beginning and go slow and tell me as many details as you can remember.
So, because I'm already going to jail for 15 years probably.
I have no idea.
This disgusting creature has a smile brimming on his face the whole time. He has no remorse. In his sick, twisted mind, he's enjoying what he did. Brian gets so excited about his crimes, he literally maps out the crime scene for the investigators.
I'm eventually driving underneath the bridge near the sheriff's office. You know, like how... Can I?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
There's a road underneath, right? Down under the overpass. And I was driving along, and I see a shape here on the railway track. So I'm like, oh, interesting. So I go up, and as I'm looking, I see a large thing wrapped in a canvas.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a homeless person. So I grab my knife, I put on 3 layers of gloves, because plastic gloves can betray their users because they're so thin, those vinyl gloves, by putting your fingerprints through. So I put on 3 on one hand. I took the knife, I pulled back the canvas, and I stabbed his neck. He was panicking at first in his old man voice. He was in his 50s. I know why I call him old man. He was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Ah!" And I just kept on stabbing his neck. Is it okay if I do a demonstration?
Oh, yeah.
This is him. I was straddled on top of him like this.
Okay.
And he couldn't fight back. It was actually surprisingly easy. I was barely breaking a sweat. I thought, oh, this guy, he's going to be tough. But no, it was actually surprisingly easy. And during the time, I was growling and making animalistic noises.
Why were you doing that?
I suppose it was a frenzy.
Okay.
I was so excited, so rushed up on adrenaline every day. And I paused, and he said, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "I've been wanting to do this for a long time, murder someone." And then I continued. The whole ordeal lasted about a minute and a half.
Okay.
And I stabbed. When I was finished stabbing him, he took out his last breath, a grunt, and his head was halfway cut off in stabs. All the while, after I killed him, I just couldn't stop saying, "Stinky, dirty, dirty, stinky, stinky." I wasn't smelling anything, but...
And why were you saying that?
I don't know.
Okay.
And,
but you remember doing it, so...
Yeah. I suppose it was just me speaking out my mind at that moment. It was a pouring out of the mind.
Were you worried about, this looks like it's pretty close to the road and stuff, somebody seeing you or catching you?
It was 11 p.m., so not many were driving by. Well, it was behind the pillar. So, here's the road. It was here. So, people would only see a brief thing here and here.
So, were you worried about them seeing you?
I was worried about one of them stopping.
What did you think could happen if somebody...
Well, if they looked, it was quite dark under there, so they wouldn't have seen the guy unless they looked. They would have seen me holding a bloody 12-inch knife, wearing gloves, and wearing a mask to conceal my identity, a face mask.
Okay. So you weren't doing it for COVID, you were doing it to hide your face?
Partially. Social distancing.
Right.
Yeah, but no one stopped. And I'm just like, proves the bystander effect.
What Brian has is something horribly wrong in his brain. No amount of jail time would make him into a human being. A death sentence is the only thing that suits him. Brian then goes on into insane depth regarding his crimes.
And then I left his body there. And then I took the head, put it in a leftover pizza box from the dinner a few nights ago. And then I took the hands, put them in the back, drove home, hid the hands and head in my room, cleaned the knife, threw away the garbage with the blood on it, and then put the blood stained, wasn't stained, it had the splatters on it. I put it in the dish, in the washing machine.
What did you put in there?
I put the outfit I murdered him in a washing. Yeah, I was wearing.
Okay.
In a washing machine, put it on high speed so it would effectively remove the blood. Wash it twice. And then I tried going to sleep, but I was worried that because there was a hole in my gloves right here, I was worried that they would be able to obtain a partial print.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, why not go all the way? I drove back in a different outfit, picked up his body, surprisingly heavy, put it in my trunk, and drove to the Blue Heron drop-off station.
Okay.
I parked, so it's like this, right? So let's say this is the ground. The ramp is quite steep, and you need to have four-wheel drive to pull out of it.
Okay.
And my car didn't. I thought, so I pull in, I thought that I could drive out. Because I put it in reverse, A, so that it's easier to pull the body out, and B, because the back tires would provide propulsion to push up.
Right.
And I open the trunk, I take his body out, I put it in the water, and because I don't want fingerprints on a body, so I just tried moving it with my shoes. That worked successfully. He goes out some part in the river and floats off. Okay. God knows where he is now.
Brian then went on to talk about his idols, serial killers.
So can I ask you a question? Almost all those people did this for some sort of, whether they had sex with the body or it was some sexual gratification in their mind?
Criminology, there's different types of... I'm not a serial killer by no means. But with serial killers, there's different types of them. There's organized, disorganized, visionary, missionary.
I'm just wondering what gets you excited about doing it?
Well, I'm not really sexually attracted to it.
Okay. I was just asking.
It was just curiosity, more or less.
And you said you studied criminology and forensics and all that?
Not college study or school study. It's like a passing interest.
I understand. But what, were you worried about, like, leaving evidence behind or being caught?
Totally.
Tell me about that and what you did then.
Well, I was figuring the police don't, this is not to be taken offense, but police, they don't seem to care as much about high-risk individuals, homeless people, prostitutes, etc. So I was deliberately looking for someone who lived that type of life.
Okay.
And I found a homeless person, and the original goal was just leave him there.
The police should get their act together. They heard it straight from the suspect that these were the people the police don't really care about. And that says a lot. The next statement Brian says is even more concerning.
Call me weird, but I think everyone has had thoughts of shooting up their school. I didn't know. And then because of that, I suppose I just don't really like people at all. I don't know.
So thoughts of shooting up the school to today, what has happened?
Well, last year my parents found a kit I had been assembling. It had hammers, shovels, knives, large zip ties, duct tape, saw. That wasn't meant for hurting people. They found it though, and they were ready to call the police until I had convinced them it was via other methods, for other things, like, and it was an ultimatum where if I didn't throw it away, all that, they would call the police, and then I would have been arrested on charges of conspiracy.
If you had not been caught by your folks, what do you think you would have done next?
With the kid?
I don't know. No. Let's talk about like today. If you would have been able to get rid of the head, and your folks did not find it.
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Would you guys have been able to solve it if the body was found in the river, the head and hands were missing, and there were no fingerprints of DNA?
Well, we'd like to think so, but who knows?
Right, who knows? We'd love to think so, but
so let's say we didn't solve it. What happens next?
Then what would you have thought of to do next?
Well, I thought I would have been very careful, because I would have been worried at any moment this could become a cold case, and then it could be solved later on down the line. So I probably would have done it again, because that was just to see what it felt like. And if I had gotten away with it, I would have just kept the secret to a grave.
Brian's trial lasted for 12 days, after which he was sentenced to life in prison. Brian thought he could get away with a murder that wasn't even worthy of investigation, but he was so wrong. And that's all from this gruesome case. If you like crime content, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And if you made it to the end, you can check this one out too.
Swearing?
Yes, I've had enough. Get your stuff and let's go.
I'm getting my stuff. I'm allowed to swear. It's freedom of speech.
You don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanna?
What?
I'm just
No. I would never sell my child.